morning, everybody. So it's been a while there since I've done anything, and it's been about a month, give or take. Probably just a little bit over. There's been a lot of things that have been going on in the background. Some concerning. Some things that, could be a little worrisome. But we're going to figure it out. And I'm pretty sure everything's going to be just fine. So, first off, about a month ago, I had been working for a truck company for just shy of 3 years, and subsequently, my contract was not renewed, and I was let go as they no longer needed my services due to company decisions and stuff like that in regards to how they're going to be functioning out here where I live. So for the last month, I haven't been working, and I haven't really been doing much of anything other than trying to find new employment, which thankfully, from the looks of things, I have been able to do. I'm just waiting on a few things to finalize, and hopefully within the next week or so, I'll be back at work. Which brings me to the other part of what's also been going on behind the scenes, which is in regards to Project Nemesis. That would be the Raccoon City patrol car. So, as many of you know, I have done an extensive motor swap that happened about 2 years ago. And over the last 2 years, there's been a growing number of issues which I've been trying to get resolved. And that one major one was the fact that the car was constantly overheating. We believe we have nipped that one in the bud. We replaced the radiator with a 3-core radiator, which is like a performance radiator. That so far does seem to have, at the very least, minimized any overheating issues. It hasn't overheated since. So there's that bonus that's been taken care of. The other thing that we've been doing, or the other issue I should say that we've been having, is the transmission. The transmission has been a growing concern over the last 2 years. We've had major issues with it leaking, it not having been set up the way it needs to in order to work properly. It needs some work. One of which, when we got the transmission to go with the motor, it doesn't have the kickdown linkages that it needs. So when you step on the throttle of a modern vehicle to accelerate, and if you step on it, it automatically will downshift into a lower gear to raise the RPMs to produce more torque to get you going quicker. I don't have that ability right now with this transmission. There's a linkage that it needs, as it's done manually through the carburetor. So when I step on the throttle, there's a linkage on the carburetor that is attached to the throttle portion, and that's connected to the kickdown linkage on the transmission. So when I step on it and it hits a certain point, it forces the transmission to downshift into a lower gear to give me more power. I don't have that linkage set up on the transmission, and because it's missing that linkage, it's not seated properly in the on the shifter point where you shift the gears, the seal in there isn't sitting in there properly and is causing it to leak through the shifter seal. No, I had brought the car into the shop to get that fixed. Unfortunately, they couldn't find what they needed in order to put the linkage on and get that repaired. And there was other areas of the transmission too that was leaking. And so I brought the car in to get these issues repaired, and unfortunately, because it's a 68 transmission paired to a 69 5-liter motor, it's harder to get parts, and it needs to go to a specialty shop in order to do this. So right now things are working okay again, but it still has a massive leak, and the transmission I need to bring the car back to the shop to get the transmission pan gasket now done, because the transmission pan gasket is leaking all over the place. So it's just like little hiccups here and there, and as concerning as it is, these things can be fixed. It's just going to take time. Unfortunately, it also meant that for the majority of this year, due to these issues, I'm not able to take the car really anywhere long distance, except for just here and around town, within like a couple kilometers. Tomorrow, which would be Sunday, the September the 6th. So tomorrow, Sunday, September 6th, there is a car show though that I will be going in Ingleside, and it's a charity car show. I believe the car is working well enough right now that I can at least go to that and bring the car there for this particular show. Also, on September 27th of this year, 2025, we have been, the Umbrella Corporation that is, has been requested to do a showing at the Cornwall Jail with our car club. And so we will have, once again, our booth will be set up, and the car will be obviously there, and I'll be there in uniform, and doing our part again, like to give back to the community. And it's nice being able to do these things, as you know, it's what I worked for, this was the goal. And so it's nice to be able to do these things. So we will be there at the Cornwall Jail on September 27th with our car club, and like I said, we'll have our booth and display up just like we did at the Father's Day car show. And one of the bonuses, and I know I'm kind of backtracking here a little bit to the work part, but I have found employment, and one of the bonus with this new employment is on like the last place I worked, which was nights, and I only had Friday night and Saturday night off, and then I would have to be back at work for Sunday night. Is I don't have those restrictions now. I don't have to switch my routines around from days to nights based on my weekends off, my days off. I will be working a day shift, and I will have my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, so I get a long weekend every weekend, which will give me more opportunity to be able to do more events in the following year. We're kind of at the end of the season this year, like we're really late into it. We got like maybe another month and a half left, pretty much mid-November, not even. The season comes to an end and everybody puts their cars away. I don't do that until the Santa Claus Parade, as we're in it every year. So that's not changing. So I will at least have a couple more events in there prior to putting the car away for the year. And then over the winter, things will kind of go quiet as far as things like this. I have, with the channel, which I'm going to get into in a second, have plans for it over the winter. It's not really going to be a lot of videos like these for the most part. It's going to be more catering to the gamer side of the viewers, which is doing VR gaming and stuff like that, and just kind of staying indoors, not really doing much of anything, not until the spring. So just to give a heads up on like kind of where I'm going with the future of stuff. I will still do sit down videos like this every once in a while, just to kind of go over like maybe what the plans are in the spring and what have you. But right now I don't have anything static. I don't have anything definite. The only thing I'm hoping for is come in the spring, I can bring the umbrella core unit to a transmission shop, and I can have them rebuild the transmission, put the stuff that it needs on it. And since I'll actually have more time to drive the vehicle next year, I will hopefully be able to take it to more events, bring you guys along, and also try to upgrade my my production quality, and make it more enjoyable for everybody, because I'm still really rusty at this. I'm not very good. I'm getting better-ish. At least I'd like to think so. But it's taking time. This is a very hands-on thing. I'm trying to learn the video editing and everything else like that. I want to make the content better. I want to make it more enjoyable for you guys that are watching. This is something I like to do. It's a hobby. I'm not looking to do this professionally or anything. And that's where I'm going with the umbrella Project Nemesis part of the channel. So yeah, like moving forward, we got 2 events anyway. We have the one tomorrow. We have the one coming up towards the end of the month. And then of course, we have the Santa Claus Parade, which again, we always enjoy doing. And we'll be there for that. We'll video it as much as we can. We'll have the Vic there, obviously. Our banner will be, we'll have the banner back out. I'll be in uniform this time around. If things are going well with work and everything, I'm going to try and get my son involved and get him at least somewhat of a uniform, so that way he can participate. I also have a couple other members that are in with us. I haven't done anything this year in regards to the Umbrella Corporation, because I have no idea where I'm going. Up until like a month ago, the full plan was I was going to get through this year, staying with Titanium, and then next year I was planning on transferring to a different city, going back where we're from, which is Kitchener, Ontario, and continuing from there, starting over with the Umbrella Corps group and everything else like that, and then just doing that, because I'm closer to family, friends, and what have you. That being said, that is all up in the air now. There is no definite on anything. Everything that I'm planning on doing depends on this new job. If this job goes well, like I'm assuming it is, it's exactly what I'm looking for. It gives me the time off that I need. It's just perfect all around for me. So I am really hoping that it all works out. And if it does the way I'm hoping, where I'm going with this is that we are going to stay here in Cornwall. And we'll just make trips down to see friends every couple months, rather than moving there completely and then starting from scratch all over again. That's the plan. And if that's the way it goes, I am going to but I'm going to continue the Umbrella Corporation Hive here in Cornwall and try and build that up and take it a little more seriously come next year. With titanium, it was so difficult and was so stressful because I working nights. It is super hard to go from working all night and then for 2 days, you have 2 days to switch your routine to a day routine in order to mingle with friends, come up with plans, execute those plans, and be conscious for it and not exhausted. And I was getting completely burnt out. Just doing it once a month even was, I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up with it. And I was becoming more and more frustrated because trying to force myself into doing something that my body just can't do anymore. I'm not young. I'm not old either by any stretch, but like I'm in my 40s and I just don't have that ability like I was in my early 30s and 20s where I could just flip-flop and it was no big deal, you know. I just don't have that kind of energy. So that's the plan anyway. As of right now, is I am hoping this job goes well, and the future of everything is going to be here in Cornwall. It's a fantastic city. I've never had an issue with the city itself. It's just the distance from here to Kitchener. It's a good 6-hour drive each way, and we're usually only down there for like a day. Now I can take, a couple days and go visit family and friends, and I don't have to feel rushed. And also, while we're up here, and on my normal days off, it gives me the ability to plan ahead and to do more with the Umbrella Corps Hive and build that up. The members that I do have, we haven't done anything. I haven't held any meetings this year, mainly because I didn't know what was going on. Not the normal kind of video. This is more of kind of like, me just kind of blabbing and what have you. But I just wanted to put that out there. Doing the cruise up, taking photos at the show, video at the show if I'm able to, and then especially with the jail part coming up, do the same thing. That actually might be pretty cool. You guys might even be really interested in watching that. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to take video inside for their event. They're trying to bring people in and what have you. So if I can record in the jail, I will, and I'll share that. And I'm sure you guys will like it. It's no longer like use, but they do offer tours. And if you guys are interested in seeing this jail for yourself, I'll get the information and I'll find what the packages are, and I'll put it out there too. For those of you that are close to Cornwall that are watching, or that want to make a road trip and come on out and see it for yourself. There's a lot to see and do out this way. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that note. I hope you all have a great day and a fantastic weekend. And if you're watching this during the week, I hope you all have a great week and things go well. And we'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye, everybody. Take care.